Debbie Gibson is all grown up. Look at her.
See you too.
Oh, so sophisticated, so smart.
I feel like a kid next to her now.
Yeah, used to wear that little hat, you know, and prance around. Used to come out in Reeboks, and now look, this.
I'm actually attempting to tackle walking in heels. So.
Oh.
Is that a whole new thing?
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they look. I'm a little bit klutzy with them on, but, you know.
Gotta get used to them for the rest of your life.
What's it like with the pedal on the piano when you got the high heels?
No, that doesn't work. I just throw them off, dancing, go to a club.
Yeah.
That's it, sure. Well, you look great.
Thank you.
You're feeling good, too, huh?
Yeah.
And what about this new album? Now, we were just talking about 16 new songs, and you wrote all of them, and some of them in conjunction with someone else?
Yes, I wrote 4 songs with Lamont Dozier, who some of you may know from Stop in the Name of Love, Jimmy Mack, Heat Wave. He was, he wrote like...
He's a legend, this guy in the music business.
Yeah, and so that was a really big thrill to work with him, because I've been a fan of his music, you know, forever.
But Deborah, I listened to this album yesterday and enjoyed it very much. Lots and lots of energy, but I call you Deborah now because you read the credits. Produced by Deborah, keyboard synthesizer by Deborah Gibson.
Oh, it's no longer Debbie?
No.
It's but in the credits it says Deborah.
Yeah,
oh, it's
I know,
Deborah.
But you know, it's funny. It's like it was. It was always Deborah personally, but I could never get anyone to call me that because people automatically call you by nicknames and they always call you Debbie. But on the first 2 albums, it was the same way. If you go back and look,
Oh,
so
was it?
it's not. Yeah, it's just.
So we're
Everyone
not
always
going
call
to
me
change
Debbie.
the name.
No, I'm not
going
gonna. Yeah.
Now, are you still recording in your own homemade studio? Where you...
Yeah, originally I was just doing demos there. Now we got it upgraded. It's 48 track, and that's where I've been.
Is that the garage next to the house, or what is that?
What we did now, we built a level on top of the garage.
Oh,
now.
wow. So you got a whole...
Pretty soon you're going to have to move, you know? I mean,
So,
now she can't move.
now she can't move.
No, I know. I think I'm going to be in this house for the rest of my life,
Yeah.
you know.
Now, how do you write 16 songs? I mean, how long does it take you to write a song?
Well, see, I started writing this album from the time that I was mixing the last album. So,
in your head you started
I've been, like, accumulating those songs, because I write constantly, and I just picked my 16 favorites from all of those. And like I said before...
How many had you written? That you got 16 that you felt were good enough to perform?
I probably write like 100 songs in a year, because I write, like, it's like keeping a diary for me. I write about every little thing that happens, and some of it, you know.
Got all that music in her head.
Some interesting lyrics in this one, too. Real grown-up stuff about, you know...
About what?
Well, these things, you know what I hate about CDs? They're impossible to get open.
I know.
It would take the entire time to get it open and get to the lyrics.
Oh, the lyrics are on the
You could
inside.
just decapitate me, you know, just scissor cut.
Well, let's take a look at a clip of Debbie at work, you know, putting together. Now, you have the video that goes along with some of these songs? Yeah.
And you made fun of my first one, so let's see what you have to say about this.
All right, but now this is just Debbie at work. Now, they're rehearsing the video. Let's take a look at this right now. And we'll show you the finished product. Is there a moral behind this?
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. What this video is really showing is if you watch the whole thing, there are different vignettes of people in bad situations and how they're trying to get out of them. And, you know, I'm really trying to say that I'm realistic and I'm optimistic. I know there are problems, but you have to try to do something about your problems, and then anything will be possible.
So you're on the roof, dancers below.
I'm just, with me on the roof is just, I'm kind of narrating the whole thing, kind of overlooking.
Did you have to wear those boots?
Yeah.
I mean, did you have to wear those boots?
You don't like them?
Well, if her mother lets her wear them, it's really not...
They're go-go boots, you know, they're the high...
Yeah, but Debbie, you know, you were just 15 the other day.
You know why he worries, Debbie? Because
so are you, Regis, and look at you now.
Right. His own teenage daughters, that's what scares him to death. Because when you're growing up, that means they are,
You're not dating or anything, are you? You're only 20 years old.
I'm only 20. You know, it's so funny. It's like, as long as you're in the public eye, you know, you always say, walk around saying, no, I'm not dating anyone. People are going to start thinking there's something wrong with me, you know. Sure, I date.
Do you really?
But anybody in particular is what he wants to know.
Well, nobody you know.
Good.
You know, I'm sure you got a lot of young guys that they got a big crush on you, but I mean, would you ever date just a humble little fan?
Well, see, I mean, the people I date, I really don't date people in the business for the most part. You know, I meet people in roundabout kinds of ways, but for the most part, I don't really have a lot of friends in the music business either. They're mainly my friends from home.
Oh, so you're dating some guy from home?
Last time I told you about who I was dating, you said, oh, it's probably some high school geek, and he got kind of offended, so, you know.
Well, he was a high school geek.
Now he's a college geek.
Another college geek.
Now he's a college geek, and he's probably watching again. And
Who cares?
But it's the same guy. That means it's a long-term
Is it the
relationship.
same guy?
No, it's not
you
the
got rid
same
of the
guy.
geek. Didn't I tell you to get rid of the geek? Sure. Throw the geek out. We don't
Have
want him
fun,
around.
you're young. My goodness.
Don't have too much fun, baby. All right, now, you saw the rehearsal for that
Right.
Well, that was a
video.
recording session.
Yeah.
Well, that was it. It started with the recording session. That was at Lamont's house. I went out there, and we wrote the 3 songs in one day, one of which was the title track, Anything Is Possible, and recorded a lot of the vocals that day, too. So what you saw was, like, me doing the final vocal.
Marathon.
Right,
session.
right, the final
Yeah.
vocal. But then they
Then
made
the making of the video. Yes.
She's not on the roof recording this song, you know. She's on the making the
Oh,
video.
thank you for explaining
Okay?
that to me, Reed.
It's lovely. Tuesday's a very quiet day for her. Whatever it is. Thursday's, maybe it's Friday. Every day is a quiet day. All right, let's see the finished product, all right? Here we go.
right.
Let's see it. Anything is possible. Debbie Gibson, in action.
If you said you
You got him grooving to it, Deb.
You got me grooving, but I'm trying to
you know
figure
what
out the
else?
plot
Well,
of the video.
Well, you know what else we tied into it also, what's going on in Saudi Arabia with the troops, because in the beginning you see a soldier going off to war, and at the end you see him coming home, war is over. That's
see.
to kind of tie it into current
But
events
what
also.
we saw, there was a family in the kitchen, there was a woman holding a letter here.
Yeah, okay.
You were on the roof.
There's a family, the guy was reading the classifieds,
Looking for a job.
looking for a job.
Gotcha.
Then a girl with a letter, maybe she has a friend or boyfriend, whatever, that went
Maybe
away.
it's the guy who went away, yeah. Right.
Actually, it's not, because that's a different girl.
Oh.
Wait, you have to see the whole video, Regis. That's why you don't understand it, because you haven't watched the whole thing.
You're bigger than your situation, right?
Very well put.
And anything is possible.
And look what she did here, huh? Thanks to Regis and Kathy Lee.
And Joan London, and Joan Rivers, and Arsenio Hall, and Oprah, and Phil, and Geraldo.
No!
Everybody in the business gotta thank you.
No. But who's first?
Right
That's
here.
Thank you very
Thanks.
much. It's very
Thank you.
sweet.
All right, the new album is right here. Anything is possible, and don't forget it. Debbie Gibson, at 20.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
We'll be back.
said
Next week on our